Here. Court is in session. Welcome back. This is another episode of Aluminum Tarot. Thanks so much for joining today. I hope everything's going well with you. Enjoying the weekend, and it is a very cloudy day, thankfully, in the UK because we've had quite high temperatures for all of our UK tarot readers. There have been many of us who have been sweating bullets while trying to record our videos, and I am no exception. So what we're going to do here, we're going to read now for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm not going to go over any astrological transits because I've covered that in some of the original readings, so the earlier readings this week. So you can go back and look towards those and get your updates on that. Of course, there's a really good app that I like to follow called Chani, which is very, very good for showing some of the astrological transits. And of course, astro.com can show you those. Now, what we're going to do, we are going to again read for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. This is good for 30 days until afterwards, So not just August 2025, but additionally 30 days from the time of this reading onwards. So if you like what you see here, as always, please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, ding the notification bell so that you don't miss any updates from future postings. And additionally, if you would like a person, well, why do I keep saying that? Maybe I should do it, maybe not. I'm gonna rein in my ADHD right now and just try to say, avoid scammers who try to pretend that they are me to do personal readings. Oftentimes they'll try to do it through WhatsApp or Telegram or other messaging, apps and things like that. Avoid them because I don't do them. I'm right now just focused on building the channel, and hopefully it will go in the positive direction. Then I can have enough of a viewer base where I can offer personal readings because I don't want to jump the gun too soon. That said, I'm channeling my own Gemini, which is Mercury in Gemini, opposite Uranus, which makes me a bit of a motor mouth, a bit gabby about stuff. But we're gonna try to, channel my inner gobshite and try to see what we can find for this month. Anyways, let's get started. So, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, now until 30 days. It's taking place in Gemini's life, Sun, Moon, and Rising, from now until 30 days. Okay, Gemini's current energy. Okay. Gemini's challenge. Got a lot of major arcana here popping up. Recent past. Near future. A lot of major arcana, my goodness. It's at the core. What is that? The crown of your reading. Okay. And what is the outcome? Wants to hide itself. 2 cards for the outcome. Now, let's go ahead and see what's at the bottom of this deck. We have the 4 of Wands. Let's see if I can send it there. The 4 of Wands basically talks a lot about being able to celebrate a milestone within your life. So it's opening the portal to trying to achieve a specific goal. So if you have celebrated a marriage, for example, that's a significant milestone in your life, and that allows you to celebrate the moment with people and others. It's about being stable, creating a foundation through the actions that you have taken in the past. This follows the 3 of Wands, which talks about waiting for those ships to come in after the period of planning, which is the 2 of Wands. So going throughout the journey of the minor arcana, in addition to the fool's journey of the major arcana, we go from the ace, grabbing the new experience, the two, which is the planning, three, waiting for the ships to come in, four, you want something to celebrate. So this is coming in the near future. This is what you don't see coming. You have a lot of major arcana for some of the central figures here. First off, you have the Hierophant, which is your energy as it is today. And the challenge of this is the Emperor card, which is talking a lot about being able to step up and become an authoritative figure in whatever it is that you're doing. So again, I look at these readings as kind of an algorithm. They are not necessarily, oh my God, this is my experience and all that. And oh no, it doesn't resonate because this isn't happening in my life. So this is merely an algorithm, a series of steps and energies that are taking place in an aspect of your life, which is the variable. And I'm going to start stressing this throughout my readings, so that way people understand how the tarot works. It is not meant to be like, oh, that's your specific story. It's how is the story relating to my life in this specific fashion, in this algorithmic configuration. So when you have the Hierophant as your central card, what you're doing is you're taking the lessons that you've learned from the past. These are learning about being traditional. These are about using traditional methods to accomplish something. This is being a teacher or learning from an authoritative figure. Sometimes the Hierophant can even become a major organization. So if you were stepping in the energy of becoming, I don't know, let's say you've gotten a new job and you're working with a major institution, a major organization. The challenge of this, the Emperor, is you learning how to step into that position of authority. So that way you are no longer, feeling like you have imposter syndrome, or that you are unable to, take the reins on this job or this new position. Because that's kind of how I see it here. It's like you're stepping into a place of authority. The Hierophant is a place of authority, and the Emperor is a place of authority. So that is the central thing that is taking place in this reading here. Now, sorry, I've got a bit of dry mouth, but in the recent past, it was the Two of Pentacles, and you're trying to learn how to balance a lot of the energies. You have gone through a radical transformation in your own life, and what you're now trying to do is you're trying to juggle different responsibilities, duties, and tasks that have been placed upon you as you have stepped into this new role. Now, what are some of these tasks related to? Let's talk about the Two of Pentacles. And again, when I said you've stepped into a new role, I meant it, because this is the Ace of Wands. So you've gotten this new role, this new position, this new, spark in your life. Maybe it's a creative project or something of that nature, and now you're trying to build it in a manner in which is going to allow you to step into a figure of authority, even if it's for your own project. And so in the recent past, that's what you're doing. Now you're trying to juggle a lot of these aspects. What kind of, office supplies am I going to need to procure? What kind of things do I need to cultivate so that way I can get to a position where this business will flourish? This can be supplies, supply chains, things of that nature, different bodies of knowledge that you may need to have, ways that you can publish your ideas, and so on and so on. Now, it's kind of strange because I'm a Mercury in Gemini, and it's a very strong Mercury in Gemini, opposite Uranus, as I explained before. But additionally, I'm a Virgo moon, so that Mercury flows through my thought processes as well. And, these are things that I actually think about when I read or listen to Gemini readings. A lot of them actually resonate as well. But for those who are Mercury kind of led throughout their astro charts, or who have strong Gemini placements, this can actually resonate with you. In the near future, we have this. We have the Hangman, but it's in the reverse. And so this means that after a period of introspective thinking, what you're going to have to do is now start taking action, because you have learned the enlightenment that the hangman is actually seeking by putting itself in an uncomfortable situation. And perhaps in this, you are feeling like you're in an uncomfortable situation. Now, this hangman card in this deck oftentimes reflects the energies of the Eight of Swords in this deck, and I can't find it right now, but in this deck, the Eight of Swords is a butterfly hung upside down and is actually surrounded by 8 swords. In this, it's a bat, and the bat is able to use its echolocation to find where things are in order to get the insights that it needs throughout its journey of flying, of finding food sources, things of that nature. So what I see here is that in order for you to get these insights, you've had to use other senses, maybe your sixth sense, or strengthening your intuition, because this is a Pisces card. You are trying to find ways to get to the bottom or get to the root of the matter. Similarly to the Hermit, which is the opposite sign, Virgo, who does it through empiricism and experiencing things through the senses and going in and processing all of that, in isolation. The Hangman also does this as the opposite sign of Pisces, in isolation, but it uses a lot of its intuition to try to get to the root of the matter. And both of them reflect that intuitive nudge towards getting insights and truth through a period of introspection and isolation. Clarify the Hangman. And again, getting that truth in the matter. King of Swords right here. And this is also another creature who can see in the dark. This is the owl. And of course, this with the owl also carrying this sword, this is also about intellectual capability. So we see with this King of Swords clarifying this, we know that you're coming out of this period of introspective thinking and, to a degree, learning how to balance these new responsibilities. This could be after a period of gaining insights from, leaders' guidance, that with the Hierophant being in the central card, which is you learning from other people how to do this job. You may be sitting down with a new boss or a trainer that is actually helping you to learn these things. And then after that, you're going to come out with this sword and you'll be much more confident in your ability to carry out these duties. The reason why I say that is because we have the Page of Pentacles here, and that is all about learning new skills, new tasks, and new qualities, receiving practical information that you can then internalize and then move slowly and methodically towards success with the Knight of Pentacles. So with this Daughter of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles, you are receiving correspondence, you are learning, you are adapting, and that is going to help you to achieve the goal. And then after that, you have the High Priestess in the reverse. These things that you learn will be revealed to you, the way forward, so that way your job is less stressful or burdensome. And what it is going to happen, or what will happen, is that you will get into a period where you are able to be more confident in your ability to fight for the things that you want. So if you've entered this, say for example, you've entered a new job or a new relationship, again, apply this to the variable that is your life. You take the knowledge and the insights that you've learned, and then you apply it to being a better husband or wife. You apply it to being a better boss. You want to apply it to being a smarter individual in the way that you conduct research, or perhaps the way that you increase your sales throughout the month by leveraging certain tools and leveraging certain bodies of knowledge, maybe even organizations that can help you to get to this goal through the guidance that they provide you. So it's about being resourceful, which is what the Two of Pentacles is. Being resourceful in order to adapt to the changes that are taking place within your material world. And then coming out of that and being an authoritative figure, because the King of Swords is also a major authority figure and is the master of the intellect. So, that said, we're going into the last bits of it. We have I think this is the Six of Wands. And again, we have another butterfly here. So you go from the Two of Pentacles as a butterfly into the Six of Wands, which is a victory card. And that is essentially the transformation that you have made, which is going to allow you to come out of this and then be victorious. Additionally, you have underneath that, clarifying it, was I think it's the Knight of Wands in the reverse. When I see this, it's not necessarily that you're going to become like off kilter and doing a bunch of crazy stuff and being a bit like the Knight of Wands in the reverse, which is all over the place, unbridled. I see this more internally. I see this as a person who's finally able to know which direction to go and how to lead themselves, and that's going to be their victory that they receive. So in your case, when these things are revealed to you, when these facts and this data come into your life that are going to be essential to whatever you're undertaking at this particular moment, even if it's planning a wedding or something like that, you will then be able to use that to become successful. And it will help you out tremendously. Forewarned is forearmed, I guess, or at least knowledge is power, if you want to use any cliche euphemisms like that. So let's get an oracle message for the reading, and that way we can go ahead and kind of top all of this off with some advice from the Moonology Oracle deck, which is what I'm using here. It's quite a popular deck amongst many tarot card readers, and they're very good for showing the changes that are taking place within your life and the mercurial nature of life itself. What advice do you have for Gemini? So you have what we were speaking about earlier, meditate and contemplate. That you coming out of the period of the chrysalis with the hangman in the reverse, and then finally coming out a strong authoritative figure. And this is what this is going to be about. You are now internalizing all of the knowledge that you have gained, and then you're going to use that to move forward into a period in which you are now confident in your ability to deliver on what it is that you set forth. So that's really all I can give you for now. I do appreciate your time. Thank you so much. This is Aluminum Tarot as always. If you like what you see here, please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, ding the notification bell so that you don't miss any updates from future postings. And I'm going to leave you at that. Thank you so much for joining, and until next time, love and light. Take care.